Hello dear children, welcome back to the online classes. So, you all know that now we are discussing about the fourth unit of our science part, that is physical phenomena. And in that, today we are going to discuss the fifth chapter from our fourth unit, that is our environment. So, here already we have learned about the environment. So, we all are living in our environment and we all are depending on the environment for our basic needs. So, to survive, we need some basic things such as food, water as well as air. So, these all the basic things, they are available for us from the nature. Right? So everything. So here we also learned about some of the abiotic and biotic components of the environment. Right? So the biotic environment, it consists of the living things. Okay? So all the organisms. So all the living creatures, what are there in our environment? They are called as biotic environment, right? So that maybe includes the plants, even plants also the living creatures, and even including the many tiny organisms to the giant one. ಸಣ್ಣ organism ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ದೊಡ್ಡ giant organism ತನನು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಏನು, we all are the living organism. What are they? Including the small creatures to the giant creatures. So these all the living things we call as the biotic environment. And in our environment, some of the non-living things also there. So they may be the natural, or some of them may be the man-made. Our man-made ಆದರೂ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, or the naturally create ಆದಂತ things ಆದರೂ ಇರಬಹುದು. If they are non-living things, if they do not have the life, then such things we call as the abiotic components. Okay, so abiotic environment. So abiotic environment, it comprises of the non-living, the man-made and natural non-living things. Okay, so for example, we may say that, so if you see in your surroundings, the man-made non-living things are, there may be the chair, homes. Yes, your home, it is built by man. Yes, you are living in a home, your shelter, so it is man-made thing, but it is non-living thing. But still we are depending on it, because for the shelter to live safely, we need the home. Yes, that is non-living. Yes, so likewise the and natural non-living things are like sunlight, water, air, and even the clouds and soil. So these are all what? Yes, water we needed and to drink and to wash, for agricultural purposes we need water, and air we breathe, that is air, right? And food we eat, and that is comes from the land. So there in the soil we grow the crops, and from the crops we get the food. So that soil is also very important, right? So likewise these all the abiotic environment. So the living creatures, what are there in the environment, they are interdependent on the non-living things. Either they may be the man-made or natural, but to survive we depend on the living, and both the living and non-living, both the things, they will interdepending on each other. So this is what is all the biotic and abiotic, these all the components, they made the environment. Right? In the environment, they are all there. So we call them as the ecosystem. Right? So this ecosystem, this having the living, both biotic and abiotic components, and they functioning both together as a single unit. here many ecosystems are there. It may be the terrestrial or aquatic. Yes, some of the organisms and plants, some of the things are present in the under the water also. Yes, there the means aquatic ecosystem, what we call the fishes and other such organisms, other such water animals. So they live in the water, and also some of the plants, they also present in the water. So they are all the living creatures of the water, and also it contains the water and many salts will be there. So they are all the non-living things, and even the seabed is also there. Yes, the river bed. So this is what the soil which is present there. So they are all the non-living components or abiotic components, and these all together made the ecosystem. So likewise terrestrial means on land we are all there, and we also depending on some other non-living things, either they may be the man-made or the natural one. So we all are depending on the non-living things. All the living things to sustain or to survive, we depend on the non-living components of the environment. So these are all what? These are the abiotic and biotic components. They all form a ecosystem, right? And the study of this ecosystem, okay? So we call it as the ecology. Ecology is the study of ecosystem. So here we study about the living and non-living components of the ecosystem, right? So this is what about what you have learned previously, and here our environment. In this chapter we are going to discuss about some of the natural things, the natural resources. So here see, our natural environment, it is comprises resources that are beneficial for the survival of life on the earth. So many natural resources are there. So these all the natural resources, they are beneficial. So they are helpful for all the living organism to survive on the earth. So many things are there in us. So naturally, these are what we can say the gift of the God. Yes, these are all the natural resources, and they all are present in the nature. We can obtain those resources from the nature so that we can survive. So they are beneficial to us to survive on the earth. And these may be having the living things or non-living things, but they are there for the use of man. So for the use of man to survive in the environment, and those resources are called as natural resources. And we use natural resources in many other ways and for many other purposes. ನಮಗೇನ್ರಿ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಗ್ತಾವೆ ನಮಗೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ವೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಪರ್ಪಸಸ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ obtain from the nature in the different ways. So that likewise, so here some of the natural resources I have given here, and by using these natural resources, what are the man-made products? Yes, by using some natural resources, what are the products they are made by the man which are useful to us, which are beneficial to us. Okay, so now we can discuss few. So likewise many natural resources are there, so we use many things, but only 10 things are given here. Only 10 natural resources are given here and their products. By using these natural resources, what are the products are made, and they are made by man by using the machines or in some industries and all. So how can we prepare those? So now let me discuss one by one. So clay. Yes, clay, it is the type of soil, clay soil. You might have heard about this. So sandy soil, loamy soil and clay soil. So sandy soil, it will be the larger particles are more in number, and the loamy, it is the mixture of both sand and clay, and clay soil, it is having very minute particles of soil. So the property of this clay soil is to absorb or hold more water. ಈ clay soil ಇದೊಂದು ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ clay soil, it absorb more water. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಿರ್ತೈತಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಈ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಒಳಗ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಅತಿ ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಿರ್ತೈತಿ, the distance between the two particles will be very less, so that it can absorb more water. That is why by using this clay soil, the man-made products, the man can make bricks, Italy, tiles and pottery. So many the pot makers will be there. So many pot makers will do many work, many things by using this clay soil, like it may be the pots or it may be some other things also. So that or by using the clay soil we can also make some structures also even. So many things we can use, many things in many way we can use the clay, and even the clay soil is used for the clay modeling also. So we make some of the models, some of the figures by using this clay soil, right? So this is what the clay, by using the clay, the man prepares bricks, tiles and pottery, etc. And the second one is crude oil. So crude oil andre kacha taila andre kariತೀವಿ. So when we extract the oil from the earth, so it will be the crude oil. So by using this crude oil, we extract all these. So the petrol, diesel, kerosene, cooking gas, etc. So these are all what the products which are taken by this crude oil. So now ಭೂಮಿ ಒಳಗಿಂದ ಆಯಿಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಅದರೊಳಗೇನು ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಡೀಸೆಲ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ. ಏನಿರ್ತೈತಿ, that will be in the form of crude oil, ಕಚ್ಚಾ ತೈಲ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So this crude oil is the mixture of all this. So depending on the density and all, we again separate those. So they will be petrol, diesel, kerosene, cooking gas, etc. And the next one is flowing water or wind or sunlight. So here by using these are all natural resources, water, wind, sunlight, these are all what natural resources. So here flowing water is having some energy in it, that is called the water energy. So when the water is flowing or when it is fall from some of the height, ಯಾವಾಗ ವಾಟರ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತೈತಿ ಅಥವಾ some height ಇಂದ ಬೀಳ್ತಿರ್ತೈತಲ್ಲ, for example you might have heard about the Gokak Falls, right? There they will produce the electricity, and also the Jog Falls, there also they produces the electricity. The water will be fall from the height, when this height in the water ಬೀಳ್ತಿರ್ತೈತಿ. So there they use some turbines and machines. So there when the water flows, the turbine starts rotating, and then when the turbines start rotating, that mechanical energy will be there. So whenever the turbines are in motion, we call that as the mechanical energy, and that mechanical energy is converted into electricity, right? This is for the natural source. And also we use by the wind also. Yes, we produce the electricity by the wind also. So windmills are there. So windmills also, there also the blades of the windmill are rotating due to the moving air. This wind is the moving air. Wind andre ಏನ್ರಿ ಇದು moving air. So the windmill, in the windmills the fans are rotating due to this wind moving air, and there also the turbines will be there inside, and the turbines will rotate, that is the mechanical energy, and that mechanical energy gets converted into electricity. And also by using the sunlight, so the panels will be there, solar panels, you might have heard about this. So these solar panels, they absorb the solar energy. The sunlight is having solar energy, so the solar panels, they absorb or solar energy, and then that solar energy is converted into electricity. So this is how we produce the electricity by using these natural resources. And the next one is ores of metals. Yes, many ores. We use many metals like gold, silver, yes, and also the aluminium, copper, iron. They will not, we are not able to obtain them in this form what we are using, but they will be present in the form of ore. Ores means beginning they will be in the form of ore. So by extracting the ore, then we will obtain the metals, all the metals. So likewise, so ores of the metal they will be present in the soil, and these metals are extracted from these ores. For example, metals such as aluminium, copper, iron, gold, silver. So likewise, the metals are obtained from the ores. And plants and animals. Yes, the plants and animals, they are also the natural resources. And by using these plants and animals, we produce or prepare the medicines. So many herbs are there. So by that we prepare the medicines. Okay, and many trees are there like neem. Yes, by using that all we prepare. For example, the plants like the neem, aloe vera, tulsi. Yes, so likewise many kinds of plants are there. By using those plants we prepare the medicines. Okay. And also the eucalyptus and all, we prepare the medicine. And food, commonly we know that we all get food from the plants, and even we eat the animals also. And the fibers are obtained from that. So from the plants we can get the cotton and jute and hemp. Even from the coconut fiber we get the coil, the coconut fiber. From that also we get the fiber. We call them as the coil. Okay. And also from the animals we get the silk and wool. Yes, the wool is obtained from the sheep, yak, and also camel, goat. By that we obtain the fibers, wool, right? So they are the fibers. And from plants we get the jute, hemp, cotton, coil. So they are all the plant fibers. So and after getting those fibers, we can make the ropes, mats, and also the clothes. Yes, we use, and also shawls, sweaters. So make all those things, we use these fibers. And the leather, yes, the leather is obtained from the skin of the animals. Yes, so these are all what? By using the plants and animals we prepare all those things. And by using the rocks are used for buildings. To construct the buildings we need the rocks, and also to construct the walls, and even for roads and sculptures. Yes, some of the sculptures and all we use the rocks. And rocks and clay, they together used to prepare the cement. Rocks and clay use ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು prepare ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ cement. And also softwood, trees and grasses, they used to prepare the rayon. It is a synthetic fiber. Rayon is the synthetic fiber, and it is also called artificial silk. ಈ rayon ಗೆ ನಾವು artificial silk ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಸಿಲ್ಕ್ ವಾರ್ಮ್ ಇಂದ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಸಿಲ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗೋದು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ? ಸಿಲ್ಕ್ ವಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. ಆ ಸಿಲ್ಕ್ ವಾರ್ಮ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅದು ಒಂದೇನು ಮ್ಯೂಕಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ. ಆ ಮ್ಯೂಕಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟ್ ಆದಂಗ ಅದು ಕಕೂನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ. ಆ ಕಕೂನ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಹಾಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಲ್ಕ್ ಫೈಬರ್ ಸಿಗ್ತವೆ. Likewise, the silk fibers are very smooth and shiny, yes, and they are costliest one. They are the costliest. So this rayon, it is called, this will be obtained from the wood pulp, the soft wood, and this rayon is also soft, and it resembles the using the soft wood, trees and grass. And coal. So by using the coal, we use the coal tar, coal gas, dyes and coke. So they are all prepared by the coal. And the limestone and clay. The limestone and clay, they are used to Portland cement. Portland cement means this normal cement is different and Portland cement is different. For dams and all, there we use the Portland cement. To construction of the dams and all, we use this Portland cement. So this is all what about the natural resources, and by using the natural resources, what the man has made, the products which are made by using these natural resources. Okay, so do you understand now? Yes. And next we can discuss about the degradation of the environment. How the degradation takes place? By using the excessive of these all the natural resources. So the natural resources, they are obtained, but they will be what the production in nature is slow. The production of all these resources in the nature is very slow, but the consumption is very fast. In natural resources ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗಾಕ ಅದು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತೈತಿ ನೇಚರ್ ಒಳಗೆ. The nature has took many years to form these, but we consume all these in a very little amount of time. ಭಾಳ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಸಮಯದೊಳಗೆ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ನಾವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ when we consume it very fastly, so that time these all the sources will become deficient. Means we buried all these natural resources. So that when we buried all these natural resources, so again who will affect by this? Yes, it's we only. ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಖಾಲಿ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಅಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು ಯಾರಿಗೆ? ನಮಗಾಗತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ we have to use this all the natural resources wisely. So now we can discuss about what is this degradation of environment. Degradation of the environment. Degradation of the environment. So see here, you all know that all the living creatures are depending on the environment to survive. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಬದುಕಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಹೌದಾ? So all the living organisms, they are depending on the environment for the survival. Suppose naturally, if the natural resources, if we consume it more, so suppose if the naturally if the environmental conditions degrade, so environmental condition means whatever it may be, either the land or water, so anything become degrade here, either we are all depending on some of the non-living things, as we said that the crude oil and soil, these are all we have discussed, and plants and animals. About this all we have discussed. If naturally if these conditions degrade, so if ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗೋದ ಬಂದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so life supporting they are all supporting the life, so life supporting ability of the environment become reduces or it may exhaust completely. ಈಗ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆದಾಗ ಅದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತೆ ನೇಚರ್ ಒಳಗೆ, ಸೊ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆದಾಗ ಇವೆಲ್ಲನೂ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾವೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಲೈಫಿಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ. These are all the non-living things, the natural resources what are there in the environment, they all support our life. If naturally in case if the conditions are degrade, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ natural resources ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗೋದ ಬಂದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತ್ರಿ, the life supporting So just for example, if I say, for example, if the soil erosion takes place, soil error ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. So if the soil erosion takes place, the plants which are depending on the soil, they will not grow. ಈ soil erosion ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, soil fertility ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗ್ತೈತೆ. So soil, if it loses its fertility, the crops or the plants will not grow in that soil. So there it affects the plants which are growing in that soil. The kind of that plant will be decreases, right? And sometime if they will not get the necessary conditions to grow, they will be disappear. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಸಲ ಕೇಳಿರ್ತೀವಿ, sometime you may have heard that some extinct animals, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ಇದ್ದು ಈಗಿಲ್ಲ. For example, the most common example is dinosaurs. ಮುಂಚೆ ಇದ್ದು but ಈಗೇನು we cannot see them, right? So likewise, when the plants they not get the necessary conditions, so when the soil erosion takes place, the plants will not grow, and when the plants will not grow, the animals which are depending on that plants, they will also not exist. So likewise, the degradation will affect on the environment, right? So for this, many causes are there, and some they may by the naturally, some of them are natural causes are also there. The natural calamities takes place, already we have learned. So by the natural calamities also the environmental degradation takes place, and also some of the man-made causes are also there. So by these natural calamities as well as by the man's reckless activities, so the degradation of the environment take place. Now we can discuss that what are the causes of environmental degradation. That too, first we can discuss about the natural causes. So first one we can discuss here the causes, and in that the first one we can discuss about the natural causes. So here the natural calamities such as the volcanoes, floods, tsunamis, and also earthquakes, so etc. So such natural calamities, they also become a reason for degradation of the environment. Now we can discuss how these natural calamities become the reason for the degradation of the environment. See here, when the volcanic eruption takes place, so volcano how they form, already you have learned in the previous class. Means in the previous chapter we have learned about these volcanoes, how the volcanic eruptions takes place. So that the bedrock is there in the earth crust. So when the rock is molten due to high temperatures and all, due to the heat, so that will be molten rock is called as the magma, and when the pressure will become high, so they will be burst out from the earth crust. So that is what we can call as the volcanic eruptions. So this volcano, it is having the hot magma will be there. So when the explosion of volcano takes place, so it destroy all the living organisms which come in its path. ಈ volcano ಇದು evolve ಆಗಿ ಇದೇನ್ರಿ, just it is like a liquid, the fire it is, so liquid magma, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಬಾಯ್ಲ್ ಆದಂತ magma ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ, it will be very heat. So when the explosion takes place, the magma when it flows, so it will kill all the organisms which comes in its path. So ಅಲ್ಲೇನು ಯಾವ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಉಳಿಯಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ರ ಪಾತ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನೇನು ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ಬಿಡು, and also the plants, everything. So that again to establish the life, it will take again some more time, right? So likewise the volcanoes that will degrade the environment, and the floods. So we know that if the floods come, it destroys, means it brings many diseases and many organisms will die, many animals, many people will die, and also it destroys. When the floods comes, it takes the and all. So that there also it will also destroy many things, and it will also become a cause for the degradation of the environment. And also earthquake. So when the sudden shake takes place in the earth, that we call as the earthquake, and when the earthquakes and all it occurs, so here landslides also takes place sometime. So when the landslide takes place, many of the organisms, everything will be destroyed. So likewise, the degradation of environment takes place by these natural calamities. So these are the natural causes. And here the organisms may re-establish, but it will take some time. And also when they re-establish, and again these natural calamities may happen. So likewise, it is affecting the environment, right? And now we can discuss what are the man-made causes. These are the natural causes, and now we can discuss the man-made causes. So man is making more, the more effects are there, these some of the activities of the man-made causes. So the first one is clearing of forest or deforestation. So the first one is deforestation. So deforestation means here it is called the clearing of trees. So deforestation is the clearing of trees. So the man is the reckless cutting of the trees. So to build the industries or any factories, or for the human settlements, or to construct the roads and all. So there the deforestation takes place, or for constructing the dams and all. So there when we clear the trees, so many trees will be destroyed, and also the organisms which are depending on them, they will also, there is a lack of, there is a competition for food takes place. So animals who are depending on the tree, suppose if the people cut the trees, so there they will move to another place in search of food. So there the competition for the food takes place, and there any organisms will not get the sufficient food. So there in turn it may lead to the decrease in the strength of those animals, as well as by clearing the tree, the deforestation. Yes. So sometimes the man made the desert only. Once the green forest will be there, and now they become the deserts because of this clearing of the trees for many other purposes. And mining minerals. So mining, it is the process of extracting the ore, right? So mining minerals to extract ore, to extract the metals and all, okay, to extracting the extraction of the metals, to extract metals. So mining takes place. Mining means these all the ores of the metals, they will be present in the soil. So they have to dig the ground to obtain the ore. ಈಗ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಮೆಟಲ್ಸ್ ಓರ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಾವ್ರಿ, ಮಣ್ಣೊಳಗೆ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. ಆ ಮಣ್ಣೊಳಗಿಂದ ನಾವು ಆ ಓರ್ಸ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಆ ಮಣ್ಣನ್ನ ಅಗಿಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. So we have to dig the ground. So when we dig the ground, there again, so the layers of the soil, if we dig deeply, the layers of the earth will become loose, and so they may in turn lead to the earthquakes and all. So that we know that the degradation caused due to that. So likewise, the man-made activities, they are causes the degradation of the environment. And also using fossil fuels, use of fossil fuels, using fossil fuels to run the vehicles and also the machines. So see, these fossil fuels, they take millions of years to form. ಈ fossil fuels ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವು ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ತಿಂಗಳದಾಗ ಎರಡು ತಿಂಗಳದಾಗ ಆಗುವಂತವು ಇಲ್ಲ. It will take more years to form. So when the dead plants and animals, they buried in the inside the earth, get, and sometimes in the next generation maybe we may not get this. And the use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Yes. Use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. So by using these chemical fertilizers and pesticides, so here they will be these may destroy the fertility of the soil. Oftenly if you use ಈ chemical fertilizers ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದರೊಳಗೆಲ್ಲ ಏನ್ರಿ chemicals ಇರ್ತವೆ, and pesticides they used to kill the weeds and all. Weeds ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ತೈತಲ್ರಿ ಕಸ, that is unwanted plants which are growing in the soil. So ಈ pesticides fertilizers ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ soil fertility ಹಾಳಾಗುವಂತ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. And that is the reason we have to use it limited. It's limited quantity ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕಸ ಆದ ಟೈಮ್ಗಳು ಬರೀ pesticides ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. So we can remove that weeds. Yes, ನಾವು manually ಕೈಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು, ಕಸ ತೆಗಿಬೋದಲ್ಲ. So that instead of using these pesticides, even if it is more, if it is manually, if it is not done, then we can go for the pesticides. Otherwise manually we can remove the weeds. And also other than chemical fertilizers we can use the organic. Yes, organic manure we can use by using the animal dung and all. So we can use this. So these are what the causes of the degradation of environment. And also overuse of natural resources. So that may be anything, but if you use over use of natural resources, either it may be the plants and animals, either it may be the crude oil. So ಯಾವುದಾದರೂ ಆಗಲಿ, ores, anything, if you use it if overuse of any natural resources, they will be reduced in numbers. ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ ಫೈಬರ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕ್ರಿ, ಆ ಫೈಬರ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋ ಸಂಬಂಧ ನಮಗೆ ಎನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ then use of that will become excess, but the naturally occurring substances are less. They are less in number, but the need is more. As the population increases, the need to obtain those natural resources is more, but the availability is less. So that is what the reason. Because of all these reasons, the degradation of the environment take place. So, and also this is about what the degradation of the environment. And so I hope you understood about this. And today's class I will conclude here. If you have any doubts regarding this, you can contact me and clarify doubts. And next, about the effects of pollutions caused by this degradation of environment, we can discuss in the next class. So with this I will conclude my today's class. If you have any queries, you can contact me and clarify doubts. Thank you. Have a nice day.